Welcome to our in-depth exploration titled, Heatwaves versus Cold Spells: The Paradox of Climate Variability. Today, we'll delve into the intriguing world of shifting weather patterns, overbearing heatwaves, and drastic cold spells. We'll uncover the impacts of extreme temperatures on health, energy demand, and even wildlife. So, brace yourself as we expose the paradoxes of climate variability that our world continues to experience. Let's embark on this educational journey to understand better and adapt to these often misunderstood climate phenomena. 1. Understanding heatwaves. Heatwaves are more than just a few hot days strung together. To define them simply, they are prolonged spells of excessively hot weather, significantly hotter than the average temperature for a given region. Often, these scorching days are coupled with high humidity, making the heat feel even more oppressive. Imagine trying to stay cool when everything around you seems to trap the heat. This is the reality for many when a heatwave hits. People often find themselves retreating into air-conditioned shelters, seeking refuge from the relentless warmth. There's no denying that when temperatures soar beyond usual levels, the environment around us changes quite dramatically. 2. The health risks of heatwaves. Heatwaves pose significant health risks, especially for vulnerable groups like the elderly, children, or those with existing health issues. It's akin to walking on a tightrope. Misstep, and one can quickly face heat-related illnesses. Heat stroke, dehydration, and severe exhaustion can catch people off guard, leaving them in dire situations. It's essential to understand that these conditions can worsen rapidly. Experts often advise maintaining hydration, staying indoors during peak temperatures, and keeping an eye on those more susceptible to the heat. Awareness remains crucial during these unbearably hot times. 3. Urban heat island effect. Hotter in the city. For those residing in urban areas, heatwaves can be particularly challenging. Cities, with their towering buildings and vast stretches of concrete and asphalt, often trap and retain heat. This phenomenon is known as the urban heat island effect. Picture a bustling city during a heatwave. Streets are warmer than usual, concrete surfaces bake under the sun, and nighttime offers little relief. Urban environments can exacerbate the effects of heatwaves, making them harder to endure. Initiatives like planting more trees and creating green roofs are some methods cities employ to counteract this persistent issue. 4. Heatwaves and their impact on agriculture. When heatwaves strike agricultural regions, the implications can be severe. Prolonged periods of extreme heat stress crops, leading to reduced yields and even failures. Just like a plant wilts under direct sunlight, crops can wither and die if subjected to unbearable heat without adequate water. These conditions also heighten the risk of wildfires, which can devastate large areas of farmland. Farmers face the difficult task of adapting to these changing conditions, often seeking drought-resistant crops or innovative irrigation techniques to ensure their livelihoods continue to thrive. 5. Rising frequency and intensity of heatwaves. In recent years, heatwaves have been occurring with alarming frequency and intensity. The culprit? Global climate change, which is altering weather patterns worldwide. Regions once known for their mild climates are starting to experience these extreme temperature spikes. It's as if the delicate balance of the environment is shifting, nudging warmer climates further into unfamiliar territories. This change challenges the adaptation process, urging a closer examination of how we cope, protect, and shield ourselves from these unpredictable weather phenomena. 6. Decoding cold spells. Cold spells represent the other end of the temperature spectrum. They are stretches of extremely low temperatures for a designated area, often bringing with them frost, ice, and snow. The frigid air seems to seep into every crevice, making even the sturdiest buildings feel vulnerable. It's a stark contrast to the heatwaves, yet both share the characteristic of being outside the ordinary weather expectations. Such sudden cold snaps can catch communities off guard, with everything coated in a brittle chill. 7. Health hazards. During cold spells. The cold brings with it its own share of health dangers. Extreme cold can lead to conditions like frostbite or hypothermia. It's akin to freezing waves hitting the body, drastically affecting the internal warmth that keeps us functional. Vulnerable populations, including those with respiratory or cardiovascular ailments, are at even greater risk when temperatures plummet. Precautions like bundling up in layers, seeking warm environments, and monitoring physical symptoms become crucial. Awareness and preparation remain key in navigating these freezing episodes. 8. Energy demand peaks in cold weather. When cold spells strike, the immediate human response is to seek warmth, often leading to a surge in energy demand. Heating systems work overtime, pushing energy grids to their limits. It's much like a communal scramble for power to fend off the cold. As demand for energy spikes, regions may face power shortages or soaring energy costs. This situation forces communities to consider alternative energy sources or implement energy-saving measures to maintain balance during such times. 9. Wildlife struggle in freezing conditions. Cold spells don't just affect humans. The natural world grapples with challenges as well. Wildlife often finds itself struggling to source food, as many natural habitats freeze over. Imagine creatures searching desperately for sustenance only to find frozen landscapes. Aquatic habitats may also freeze, posing threats to fish and aquatic plants. In this frosty environment, animals must adapt quickly to survive, keeping the fragile balance of the ecosystem in check. 10. The paradox of cold spells in a warming climate. In an era where global warming seems to dominate the narrative, the occurrence of cold spells might seem paradoxical. Yet, these chilling episodes can still manifest, primarily influenced by changes in atmospheric patterns like disruptions in the polar vortex. While the planet on the whole may be warming, local climate systems can still produce these icy anomalies. They serve as reminders that even amidst rising global temperatures, weather and climate variability remain intricate puzzles yet to be fully unraveled.